the Shacklemen.
Hello and welcome to Coxie's Picks, and today we're going to be doing challenge P6, which is empty the clip. Now, it says to use peerless, so I am. This, however, I like to be different and show off different models. So this is the Peerless 300. It is probably the start of where peerless became iconic. Obviously, they were the original handcuff, right, with a swing-through design. However, they started doing model numbers at the 300 scale, and so this is when we started seeing a more grown-up, mature peerless. So I suppose without further ado, we better follow the challenge. The challenge says to have the double lock set on one side and a single lock set on the other. We need to use paper clips, of which I've recently gone and got some. So we've got some paper clips. What we need to do is we need to pick the double lock and then pick the single lock on one side and then shim out using a paper clip on the other side. So there's several ways of doing this, but I thought I'd show a novel way, the way that Peerless's eyes were really wide open, and this is why they changed so much for the 750s, because everything can be done on the cuff. Now there's a little gap here that you just balance the paper clip in once you've made this useful L shape that I've demonstrated so many times. Place it in and you just bend just like that, and we end up with this particular shape. Now that's kind of cool because conveniently we can place it into the cuff on the side that we've got double lock, so the double lock is set. Place it in, feed as far as you can back, and we're going to aim to try and aim for where the second digit on the serial number is, and then with any luck you'll hear a click, just like that. So you see it's gone. Lo and behold. Now what we need to do is we need to carefully navigate this particular aspect of the tool all the way around the keyway, and this is the part where I differ and say that picking with a paper clip is probably pointless, but you get it to this point and then you apply force and you rotate. It's quite a lot of force and you're risking the paper clip bending and snapping off inside the lock. What you can then do is then apply a little bit of a bow press. So let's just squeeze it down a touch. I think I've jammed. Yep, I've gone underneath. So you can see that my paper clip has gone underneath the pool and not sat above the pool. So let's just go and readjust. There we go. Apply some tension. You can see we've got some movement on the bow. We're going to apply a little push, and then eventually it says confidently more tension needed. Not quite there. That felt better. It's going. And then I need more bow, so I'll swing it back round. Come on, you can do this. This is when I end up snapping the paper clip. There we go, she's going really loose now. And there, perfect. Right. It's sketchy because you're going round in lots of circles trying to put the tension on. Then you have to carefully navigate the paper clip out without bending it. And as you can see, we've warped it quite a lot. Now, the easiest way was to use the paper clip to pick the double lock, and then the paper clip to side shim out. So let's demonstrate that now. So demonstrating the side shim, you make that wonderful L shape, just like so. We're going to take advantage of that bow rattle. Now you'll notice on the older, more vintage ones, this bow rattle is not as pronounced. Something tells me they don't make them like they used to. So we place this down, just like so. Give it a push, and then voila, we are footloose and fancy free. So much quicker doing it that way than it is picking the cuff with a paper clip, but there we are. That's the 3 different methods required for getting out of peerless using a paper clip. Thank you very much for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.